Good morning. As you can see, our friend here is without a saddle this morning. He had an unfortunate little injury. It's not too bad. So I just decided to take him out for a walk and let him just relax and do a bit of grazing and just get him moving a little bit. So God bless you this morning. It's good to be back. And don't mind me reminding you of the fact that we are really giving him, stressing on the importance and the indispensability of the Apostle Paul, who was personally handpicked by the Lord Jesus Christ from a position of ascension in glory. That was after his death, burial, and resurrection. And then he ascended up to heaven according to Psalms 110, where God says, "Come down and sit at my right hand and I make your enemies your footstool." So that part of Psalms was fulfilled. Anyway, now the point I want to make today, and I hope you really get it. See, God never does anything without a purpose. There is nothing insignificant about anything that God does. There's always a reason, and if we just pay a little attention and dig a little deep and read between the lines, it's amazing what all we can come across. And I want to make one of those points today. And you remember Jesus Christ during his earthly ministry, when the time came for him to pick his 12 disciples. Before that, he had spent the whole night of prayer in a mountain. And you all know this part. And after a whole night prayer, he comes down and then picks his 12 disciples, whom are also called apostles. Now, the thing to notice here is that all these 12 apostles that he chose after his all-night prayer were all chosen within the shores or within the borders of Israel. Take note of that. Okay? So they were Jewish apostles, and they with a ministry only to the Jews. And we know that because, when Peter sent out his disciples at one stage, he says, "Don't go to anybody, no Gentiles, not even Samaritans who are half Jew, like half Jew, half Gentile." He said, "But only go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." It was always Israel only. And then again in Matthew, he also says that he said, "I have not been sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." And so that's not, a lot of people argue saying, "Oh, he was also went to the Gentiles." Yes, there were one or two exceptions, but his statement is very clear. Okay? So the point is, all the 12 that he chose were within the borders of Israel. Now, when it comes to the Apostle Paul, and we know the story when Apostle Paul was on the road to Damascus when the Lord Jesus Christ on his place of ascension, divinely intervenes and stops him in his tracks and saves him and handpicked him to be a chosen vessel under him. Now, Damascus was in Gentile territory. And that's not coincidence that Paul the Apostle was specifically handpicked on Gentile territory. Is there any coincidence that it was this apostle who was going to be the apostle to the Gentiles? So it's amazing. And it's quite nice when we just understand these little things and we realize that the God whom we are looking to place our faith in his death, burial, and resurrection, and our hope we all do. He does nothing without a purpose. So that's a small point I'm making today, and I hope you do get it and roll it over in your head. And that importance was given to the apostle even before the age began. It is all part of God's determinate counsel and foreknowledge. So God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and look to catch up again in a while.